Hello everyone and welcome back to Growing with God. Today I have yet another Bible verse to break down for you today, and it is 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 14, which reads, "But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned." So to break down this verse, we have to first understand what the word natural means. If something is natural, it means that, comes from the nature around us. It can be observed with our five senses, sight, taste, smell, sound, all those that we use from day to day. Or it can be observed through experimentation, through science, deduction, or maybe mathematics, or things like this. And when the verse talks about natural men, it refers to those who only understand these things that are natural. And I think the best example of people like this are the atheists that we know today. But the reason why the verse says that they are not able to receive the Spirit of God is because God cannot be proven by mathematics, scientific experiments, philosophy, biological research, or something like this, because he is 100% a spirit. Job was well aware of this truth, which is why he said, "Behold, I go forward, but he is not there, and backward, but I cannot perceive him." And it was also said in chapter 9 verse 11, "Lo, he goeth by me, and I see him not. He passeth on also, but I perceive him not." So since natural men just don't have the capability to understand things that are spiritual, the idea of God is foolish to them. And because of this, they usually don't have God in mind when they make big decisions in life. For example, if they are in a condition where they can have kids, they would decide whether to have kids based on whether maybe it's economically profitable, or maybe whether it would take their freedom away or something like this. Or maybe it's a job opportunity that they are considering taking. They would ask their friends for feedback, or maybe they would assess the money that would come in through the job and completely forget about God's opinion on the matter, because the idea of a God existing just doesn't really make any sense. And it's not only these people that we see today that have this kind of mindset, but even all the way back at the beginning of the human race. The Bible shows some examples of people who were natural men. And one very good and popular example would be Esau in Genesis chapters 27, where he sold his birthright for one morsel of meat, because the birthright he was giving away, it wouldn't really matter to him at that very moment because it wasn't tangible. But the meal that he saw Jacob cooking was a physical thing, and he could observe it, he could smell it, he could see it. So he went with the bowl of food instead. But, this was obviously a very foolish decision, and the Bible lets us know that. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. There are also many natural men in our time, like scientists and philosophers and evolutionists and many activists too, because the inspiration for their work does not come from God, but comes from things of this world that have absolutely nothing to do with God. However, if we are Christians, we should be like David, because he understood spiritual things and lived his life according to those things that he knew. If we read 1 Samuel chapter 30 verse 7, we can see how instead of getting, the philosophers that were around his kingdom to make a decision for him, he asked Abiathar the priest to bring him the ephod, because he wanted to consult God's opinion. So if we are Christians, instead of making big decisions based on what we read in scientific journals or what has been proven by mathematical estimates, we should make our decisions based on the Bible, as it is those decisions that will have a future. And we should be making our decisions based on faith, and not only based on things that we can see. It was St. Paul who said in 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7, "For we walk by faith, not by sight." But I'll round off with what St. Paul also said in Romans chapter 8 verses 5 and 6, as he well described both ways of thinking and which way we should be thinking as Christians. He said, "For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace." But anyway, I think I'll round off here with breaking down 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 14, which once again reads, "But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned." Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd greatly appreciate it if you hit that like button and also the subscribe button. And to click that notification bell down below so you will be aware of when we come out with another Growing with God video. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.